Hey guys, before we go get into this, let's like and subscribe and share and like and subscribe.
Hey everyone, welcome to the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious super supreme sleep smile skin slide small slow smell slip snow soil soup spoon speak star spider super not Super Bowl but also super equivalent to a bowl show.
Well said.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. I can't wait to put this on the site.
Yeah, this is gonna be the title of this whole episode, so I hope you got that, Richie.
Got it. And this super show is sponsored by PointsBet.
PointsBet is great because they do things with points betting. No, PointsBet is great because they have a bunch of fun features, including good promos, and they have good odds boosters that you can check out. They have a lot of fun stuff up for the Super Bowl right now. They do have the points betting feature that I did allude to earlier, which is another really cool thing. And the coolest thing is that if you sign up with PointsBet, you can bet along with our picks, which you are going to hear momentarily here on this show.
Yep.
So, I mean, that should sell it itself.
Yep. Also, if you sign up today, you get two risk-free bets up to $2,000. So you put a grand on tails and it misses, you still have another shot. So screw it. Do it again.
So
must be 21 plus. At the moment, only available in Illinois, New Jersey, New York, and Iowa. Click the link down below for the link on board with prohibited. Let's see. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral.
what are you guys making food wise?
Meatball subs.
Nice.
Just meatballs, no subs.
Nice.
Keto.
Are you doing just subs, no meatballs?
No, just meatballs, no subs.
No, Kyle can do subs.
Oh
no
yeah,
subs.
We're having my in-laws and our neighbors over, and I don't know what everyone's bringing, but I know we are making jalapeno popper dip. It's supposed to be a chicken bacon jalapeno popper dip.
Oh man.
And then we're making a 5-layer taco dip, and Aaron makes these things called cheeseburger bombs, which is basically you make your ground beef, you add your seasoning like you would for a burger. You don't make patties, you just like ground it up. And then you put it into a crescent roll thing, and you put a cube of cheese in it. You put the crescent roll together, and then you wrap bacon around that, and you cook it.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know actually what I'm eating. I might just get Hooters, honestly.
Nice.
Like the food, or
Yes. It's the food.
Oh man, Richie's not even paying attention to the Super Bowl. He's just
Yeah, it's like hi.
Oh man. So the only game that we're going to talk about on this Super Supreme, not exactly a bowl show, is the NBA All-Star game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Wiggins. I can't believe he's on the squad.
Yeah, I didn't even realize he's a starter too. I think, right?
Yeah.
Wiggins rebounds under. That's the show. Thanks for tuning in.
All right.
It's wild.
The Cincinnati Bengals and the St. Louis Rams. Here we go. Set to play at the St. Louis Rams Stadium in Los Angeles. SoFi Stadium.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
The Rams are actually the away team.
I know. I heard that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So does that mean they get to pick the coin flip?
I guess so. Yeah.
This changes everything.
And I think I'm trying to who got to pick the jerseys? I don't remember who
the Bengals would, right?
I think they do.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to go ahead and so let's talk about the spread. All right. So the spread is 4. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually kind of an interesting number to me.
It was at 4.5 earlier. Now it's at 4. Hasn't
wow.
moved in a while.
Do you think it'll move at all before
Right now,
Sunday?
it's Bengals +4 is -105, and Rams is -4 is -115. So based on like the way the juice is balanced, I would expect it to go to 4.5 again.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what are you guys' thoughts on this game? Because I have some pretty distinct thoughts on this.
I have two different thoughts.
Do it.
One, this is like a long shot thought, but the Simpsons are always right. And
I know
they
where
had
you're
this
going
one
with this.
episode of the Simpsons where the Bengals won against the Rams, and the score is 34-31.
Okay.
And so with that logic, I'm gonna pick the Rams +4 and the over with that logic. But also like in the real world, I think Bengals are gonna take anyway. So, but not by close. It might be like by touchdown. So
You
I
think
don't
the
know.
Bengals win by a touchdown?
Yeah,
So you're just gonna go Bengals money line, probably, right?
yeah. But since we're talking about spread, I'm
So would
gonna
you do
go-
like an alternate spread, Bengals -5 or something?
Yeah.
Oh
Definitely.
man, let's look into this.
So I'm also on the Bengals here. And I'm on the Bengals partially because I like the story of the Bengals. They do have more of that team of destiny vibe with them. I think they're a pretty likable team. And for me, here's the biggest thing. Where was my stat I had here? Quarterbacks named Joe are 7-2 all time in Super Bowls.
Mm.
And
Love it. How about Matt?
What's that?
How about quarterback's name Matt?
I don't know, but the notable ones, the notable quarterbacks named Joe are
Montana.
the winning
Joe
quarterbacks are
Flacco.
Joe Flacco, Joe Montana, Joe Namath, and Joe Theismann. Those are your
Joe Mama.
That's right.
Best quarterback
here's-
there was.
So that stat is what I'm riding with. But here's the one thing that has me a little hung up is that the Bengals chose to wear their solid colored jerseys. And in the past 17 Super Bowls, white jersey teams are 14-3.
Did
So
Brady
Forgot
wear the
about
white
that.
jerseys last year?
yeah, yep. Bucks won.
I remember that was a big
last year.
storyline last year. I completely forgot about that.
But the Chiefs were the last team to win in the solids when they beat the Niners.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, but because I have those two stats, I'm gonna ride with the Bengals because I don't know. I like the Bengals better overall. They're easier for me to cheer for. They're not in the Bears conference, so go Bengals.
Also, I feel like on paper the Rams look better, but I just feel like there's more grit on like the Bengals side. Like it's Joe Burrow on the gang. Like they have it. Like there's more moxie, more confident. They got it. Like I think the Rams are scared. But
Who do you guys think has the better quarterback?
Bengals.
Bengals for sure.
Yeah, I agree with Bengals.
But I think almost every other position, the Rams are better.
Yeah. Well, they have an all-star lineup. They literally have a lot of talent.
And it's hard for me to remember how bad the Bengals offensive line was a few games ago.
Yeah. The thing about the quarterbacks is that in terms of postseason experience, Stafford barely has any more than what Goff has. You know what I mean? Like obviously, or Goff. Wow.
Burrow, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, Goff too, but
yeah. But point being, like the gap in terms of experience is not like we're not talking about Brady versus Mahomes, where it's like,
Right.
little baby boy and the old grandpa facing off, I mean, for that matter, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any Super Bowl experience really either. Barely. So
True.
yeah, so I'm going Bengals. Shane, what about you?
I've went back and forth on this a lot. I think part of me, my initial reaction is like Cinderella stories usually get to stages like this and
Yeah.
die. Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like everybody loves the Bengals. I love the Bengals, and they're lovable. And part of me is afraid that this just becomes a blowout and the Rams will win by 17. I just think they're so talented on all different positions. Both teams are obviously peaking at the right time, which you have to be to make it this far. So I don't think that's relevant. I think just with 2 weeks off, which roster do I think is better? It's hard to not say the Rams, but I'm going to go Bengals. Just emotionally, I want them to win.
Yes.
I think they have the better quarterback, which matters a lot when you get in times like this. And the I forget the exact number. Underdogs in the Super Bowl, I think, are like 12-2 against the spread. So it feels like Super Bowls are almost always close. And if you're going to give me 4 points, if it was like 2, I'd be like, all right, a walk-off field goal in a tie game. So to win by a touchdown, basically, I mean, I'll just take my chances with the points.
Yeah.
I'd rather, and I've bet against the Bengals every game in the playoffs so far.
Yep.
So part of me is like, I'm just not going to do that again. I'll bet the Bengals. I'll take the points, and if I'm wrong, I can live with that. But I could not live with betting the Rams just to watch Stafford choke and be like, man, I should have just trusted the Bengals.
So a couple things I was just thinking about with this game that's just, it's hard to anticipate exactly is, so Jamar Chase is obviously the big target for Joe Burrow, and the Rams have one of the best, if not the best, corner in the league with Jalen Ramsey, and that Jalen Ramsey is going to be glued on Jamar Chase the whole game, and at least from other games I've watched, usually whoever Jalen Ramsey is guarding doesn't get much production just because Jalen Ramsey's that good. So the question is can your guys like T. Higgins and who's the other?
Whatever the tight end is a big weapon.
Uzoma.
Yeah.
CJ Uzoma, the Skyline Chili guy. Did you hear about that?
No.
He said if the Bengals win the Super Bowl, he's going to take a bath in Skyline Chili.
Sir Ya Uzo.
Yeah, exactly. But so those guys are going to need to be much more productive. But one little snippet I will share here is from, you can check out my show, Full Press Bears. I actually had a Super Bowl preview show that came out today with at the Alexis Kraft on Twitter, and she podcasts about the LA Rams. But I asked her what she thinks the Bengals should do to attack the Rams. And she was saying that she really thinks these two for both teams, what this comes down to is the trenches and the running backs. And when you look at it, the Rams win the trenches side, but the Bengals win by a lot the running back side. You cannot tell me Mixon is on the same level with Akers. Like Mixon was one of the best running backs in the league this year.
Oh yeah.
So if the Bengals can get the ground game going, then I think that might be the key for them.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you need to with your offensive line. The big story is how can the Bengals offensive line stand up to the Rams defensive line? And you have to play call, you have to make them respect the run so they can't just tee off on you and just rush the passer. And I think from what I've seen from the Bengals, I think their coaching staff is good enough. Like they've found ways these past few games, despite the offensive line not being great, to scheme up protection for him. So if anybody can overcome what looks to be like a huge weakness, I'd say it's Burrow and the way that they're playing right now. Kind of can limit the damage of that huge gap. So
what about the over under? What are you guys thinking about the over under?
48.5.
Wow, that's a lot actually. I didn't
feed me the under.
Yeah, I just think it's under for sure. I know that we've had, I mean, really when you look at Super Bowls, the ones that are the highest scoring are really few and far between. I mean, the most notable recent one was Eagles Patriots. I don't even remember the final score, but I want to say it was like 41-35 or something. Like it was, I mean, that in that Super Bowl a couple years later, then we had 13-3. Like
right. Yeah.
So I think
With the Rams team.
Yeah. A lot more often I think we end up with lower scoring games, and I think a lot of that's the whole cliche defense wins championships, I think is honestly kind of true when it comes to the championship game itself. So I'm going to go with the under here. I think both teams have, I think the Rams have the better defense, but I think the Bengals defense isn't anything to shake a stick at, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to go with the over. That's because my predictions in the beginning, 31-34. That's going to be over. So I'm going to stick to that.
I think if the Bengals win exactly by that score, I think I will be finally like, I do think that theory is interesting, but I will fully buy into it, like full on tinfoil hat, if that happens.
They have it on PointsBet, like the correct score is like plus 7,000. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on it, just a little bit.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's not a crazy score, 34-31.
It's not.
It's not, but that is the over.
That is the over.
Yeah, I am going to go the under. I could definitely see it get into the over, but in games like this, teams buckle down, teams like it's crunch time, defenses step up. I think what you see a lot in games like this is you get into the red zone and all you need is one turnover on downs. Stafford has struggled throwing interceptions a lot this year. If Stafford throws an interception in the red zone, if Burrow takes a sack and you have to settle for a field goal, like these are all things that can happen and put you on pace for an under. So it definitely, both offenses have the ability to get to the over, but part of me, maybe it's just because I'm a pessimistic fan, I just feel like there's kind of going to be chaos in the red zone a few times, so I'm going to lean under.
Very good. Very good.
All right, so we're all on the Bengals. What could go wrong?
That's right.
Last year, I was that odd man out, and you guys
on
won.
The Chiefs.
Yeah. I thought Brady was old, so.
I mean,
he was.
He retired.
For now.
Yeah.
Did you see there's rumors about Brady going to the 49ers?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
How funny would it be if
Belichick trying to get Jimmy G?
He got rid of Jimmy G on 2 teams.
How funny would it be if the Niners showed that they wanted Brady more than they wanted Rodgers ever?
Oh my God, that'd be great.
I mean, yeah.
All right, so should we get into like all of our prop bets and stuff? Is that what
this is where the fun begins?
Yeah,
let's do it.
So
we just start from the beginning, probably. Like
I agree.
The coin toss.
Oh, okay. Coin toss.
Or I guess that's
Do
the
it.
first. Or should we go before that? Or
National anthem time.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Is anybody actually on that?
I got it. Yeah.
All right, start with that then.
I don't have those on points, but they might show up eventually. Before the game. But what do you see, Richie?
The national anthem linked prop bet. This is not a points bet yet, but it might be. But if not, here's the actual stat. Over under 1 minute 38 seconds. It's minus 115. The over. So
who's doing the national anthem?
Pitbull.
No. Over.
It's actually really funny because
have to sing half of it again in Spanish.
The person that's doing the national anthem is known for doing it super quick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but people just betting the over just because of that. They call it quickie something. It was really funny. Let's see, national anthem.
You know what they should do for LA?
It's red glare.
Is they should have a holograph of Tupac sing the national anthem.
Oh, they call it Mickey McQuickie, but it's Mickey Guyton.
No idea who that is, but
I knew a girl named that in college.
That was exactly her name.
Mickey Quickie, got it.
Mickey McQuickie, is that?
That's
funny.
She'd be Irish.
There you go.
I guess, yeah. So the luck of the Irish then, with our picks here. What was 138?
Yeah, 1 minute 38 seconds. It's always gone over. I think there's a stat that like it's gone over the last like couple Super Bowls.
Yeah, because like the pomp and circumstance and stuff probably.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the under is, but I put the over for I put over minus
Well,
115.
which minus 115 is the over?
Yeah.
I don't have a strong lean, so I just take whichever one has a better payout. So if the under is plus money, I'd just probably take that, I guess.
It's probably minus 105 probably.
I'm kind of
for-
leaning
Yeah.
under personally. Like I don't know. I know people might be taking the over because this guy's known for singing it fast.
Is it a guy? No, it's
Lady.
a girl, right?
Whatever.
Wow,
The
it's very
singer sings it
inclusive
fast,
of you.
okay? but the point is I also think that people overthink things too, right? Just like you, Shane, with the whole Bengals thing being like, I've bet against them and they've won. Like
Mhm.
you could be overthinking it again and be like, no, this
Right.
time I'm gonna bet
The one
against
time
them.
I bet them then and they don't,
Yeah. But I think this is a case where she's known for singing it fast. And 138, I mean, if I'm just being maybe this is not my most patriotic moment, but I don't think it takes me that long to sing the national anthem personally. Like, come on. A minute you're a
Jeez,
minute
dude.
38, you're bordering on 2 minutes there. Like, come on, it's a pretty short song.
Well, you have to remember you have to get up and down from taking your knee too. So
yeah. But I don't think.
Also, it depends how long they hold that note. So
And what do they
imagine
count?
we're down like we're watching a stopwatch.
it's like,
Do they count it?
Ray.
And do they count it too from like the moment like instruments start playing, or just from when they start singing?
I
Good
have
question.
no idea how that works. Honestly, I never bet the national anthem, but I've
I
always
don't
wanted
plan
to.
to bet it, but
I
listeners,
just would want to see their math after. If I lost that
Yeah.
bet, I would want to see.
Yeah, I've always picked the over just because I feel like there's like a lot of like things that go on during
That's fair.
that.
I won't bet it either, but
It just seems fun.
yeah.
All right, next novelty bet: coin toss.
Here we go.
All right, heads, tails. I got I
Land on its side plus 9,000.
I got tails for minus 108. I'm not sure what heads is. I'm guessing it's also minus 108 because it's not going to be like.
What if it was a dramatic difference?
I know, right?
okay. So the past
going
two
tails.
overtimes, tails has been selected, and the caller has lost both times. Tails
Mhm.
has been nothing but failing. So I'm going with the body part that Lincoln got shot in.
His butt.
His butt.
I'm gonna,
His tail.
I'm gonna go with heads.
Same. I'm going to be very countercultural. Like, this is what worked for me. Not countercultural, counter whatever popular picks. This worked for me last Super Bowl.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, there you go. Like, it worked for me last Super Bowl. I think the Super Bowl bets, the reason Vegas makes money every year is because you have a lot of people just bet what they think is like, oh, of course it's going to be the, like Stafford will throw over of course he will. Like, he's a good quarterback. Like, I think the money to be made is betting things that people don't bet on, which is probably way overthinking something that's literally just a coin flip. But to me, because everybody's saying tails never fails, I'm going to bet heads.
I hope you guys fail.
I will actually be betting this one too.
I am too.
My entire
Just to prove that
account.
tails never fails.
I probably will. So the PointsBet gives you a free, I don't know if you've seen this yet. During the game, they give you a free $20 live bet just for having an account on there. There's a good chance I put that on the coin flip.
Out of all the odds, too, it's hilarious.
Dude, that'd be sick going into the game. That
I know, because then you can use it to bet live bets throughout the rest of the game.
True,
and if I don't get it, then I'm like, all right, no live bets. I just ride out my other picks.
Interesting. That's smart.
I'm telling you.
I might play that too.
And then the best bet of the Super Bowl to call it the Gatorade, which is funny because last year I remember like we were
It's like
complaining
clear.
like they never showed it. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Well,
it was
people were like-
blue, right?
I thought it was white or something.
I don't remember what it was.
Well,
It
with
was-
everything going on in the league right
Actually, I
now,
think
it
it was
definitely
blue.
will not be white this year.
I think I actually think it was blue. I think you're right.
So
it
the
looked
odds
clear.
so far are orange plus 200, blues 350, and I think white was plus 450.
So I think
Where's purple?
Not there.
so. I
What?
wait. So what are the colors?
I only got let me check PointsBet. real
Orange,
quick for a
red, and
second.
blue.
Well, orange would
America.
the Bengals be most likely to do orange, and the Rams
Yes.
most likely to do blue.
But it would be really funny if like it switched, like if the Rams won and like orange came out.
Does anyone
Yeah.
know what Joe Burrow's favorite flavor of Gatorade is?
No, but I heard like a rumor that they use the Gatorade that no one's been drinking because
Ah.
whatever one sucks is the one that they actually like throw
Huh.
on the coach. So
Well,
what's the worst tasting flavor?
between orange, red, and blue, I think a lot of people think orange is probably the worst tasting.
I agree. Followed closely by red.
Not closely at all, dude. Red is good.
Purple's
Blue is
plus
just
1,000,
so
by
much
the way.
better than
Oh, blue
Plus
is
a
definitely the best.
1,000.
Purple's plus
Hmm.
1,000. So I got it right here. So
And
orange plus
purple's great.
200.
Purple, yeah.
Blues plus 350. None is plus 400. Clearer water is plus 450. Yellow/green plus 450. Red or pink plus 700.
Holy cow.
And purple's plus 1,000.
I've looked up their Bengals coach being Gatorade dumped, and I see orange twice.
Really?
I'm going orange.
Give me orange.
I'm gonna go clear or water.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Because in the very least, it'll provide me a moment of excitement, probably no matter what, because all Gatorade is technically a little clear.
Yeah, just dispute whatever if you lose. I saw some water. in
Gatorade
there.
is water. What are you talking about? I have like another section called long shots where like I
Okay.
have like ones I might sprinkle money on.
A lot of mine are like plus money sprinkles.
I
Actually,
have
all
some
mine
long
here are
shots,
like
too. Yeah.
plus odds. So let me
Well,
just
do you want to
start
do
with-
that? Want to start off with that? I guess.
Yeah, here let's start with these are plus odds because I'm betting both of these and I want to know which side you guys would take. So Super Bowl MVP. I think the winning quarterback should basically always win this.
Yeah.
So Stafford plus 125 and Burrow plus 220. When I look at that, I just think if I bet both of these, I'm going to make money.
Yep, that's what I did.
So, I mean, I know you could say, oh, Aaron Donald could have 6 sacks or something and win it. I think the odds of that happening are so low that if I bet both of these and you're going to guarantee I make at least, if I bet $5 on each of these, I don't see any way that I don't make like at least a few dollars.
Yeah, I was gonna say like my long shot one was Aaron Donald plus 1,600 and Odell Beckham plus 3,300. So
And I think those are both like good to sprinkle on. But
yeah,
I think
sprinkle.
you could do the math and be like, hey, these are my two main bets on both quarterbacks. If I put 50 cents on each of these other two or whatever, I'm still guaranteed to make money. You know?
My long shot is to sprinkle on is a guy that I said could be the key to the Bengals in this game.
Ozuma?
No, no, not Ozuma. Joe Mixon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because if you can get the running game going, like you could, I mean, if Joe Mixon, if he got over 100 yards rushing and maybe even just 2 touchdowns or something, that depending on how the plays happen, that could be enough for it. You know what I mean?
Well, if you think he's going to win MVP, you probably think there's a good chance he's scoring 2 touchdowns. So Joe Mixon to score 2+ touchdowns is plus 500.
That's
question.
That's good too. I'm gonna bet that.
Question.
Mhm.
Who votes for the MVP? Do we vote for the MVP? Or
It's
like
not the MVP, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just wondering because what
That's
if
a
it was
good question.
Evan McPherson, the field goal kicker?
I think the
That would be
college
sweet.
football playoff committee votes for Votes for the
It's
MVP.
gonna be Joey Burrow then. Shoot.
All right, let's see here.
It'll be funny if it was like field goal kicker because he did so many field goals. It's
Is
like,
he an
yes,
option?
won
That's
the
what I was
game.
trying to look up right now. Yeah, I'll have to look and see if I can find if he's an option.
McPherson.
I found
He
it.
is
Plus
plus
12,500.
Yeah.
I mean, if he kicks 5 field goals and they win the game, you know, a low scoring game.
And if like one or two of them are like over 50 yards.
I mean, that's not bad odds.
Matt Gay is 10,000.
Interesting.
Because
I
you
don't
got
know
to
if
think like fans who votes. Like that's a good point, Richie. Because maybe fans would say he was so instrumental to them getting here.
Exactly.
That-
Yeah.
you
But
know?
it only matters about the game, not like getting to the game. So
Yeah, I know it's supposed to, but does it? Like it
Well,
depends
yeah.
who's voting. I
Here's
guess.
a good one for you. John Wofford, who's the Rams' backup quarterback, is plus 25,000 to win MVP.
Imagine Stafford gets injured the first drive, and he does go on to throw 3 touchdowns, plus 25,000. I feel like it should be way higher than that, though. Huh?
that would be nuts.
I mean, that's not. It's
Who
stuff
votes?
like that. Like,
Who decides the Super Bowl MVP? The Super Bowl MVP selection is based on a combination of fan and media votes.
So it is like the MVP kind of. but not
Ballots are
really.
open from the beginning of the fourth quarter until the end of the game.
All right,
The
guys.
media
you know what
member-
to do.
The media accounts for 80% of the vote.
oh, lame. Because I feel like you could see a really funny like Twitter campaign to
Yeah,
get
like Evan McPherson.
Wofford the MVP. You know, it'd be awesome. He doesn't even play. Yeah,
Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch
Hilarious.
Trubisky. If the Bills were in the Super Bowl and it was all like fan decided, I think
Yeah,
there's a pretty
for
good
sure.
chance Trubisky would win the MVP.
And if you really want to take a risk, Keandre Jones,
I saw that.
400,000.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't
Yeah, I
either,
know,
but
right?
plus
Is he
400,000.
the water boy?
The 4th string water boy. MVP.
Oh, that'd be great.
So yeah, that's my thought. I am going to bet both quarterbacks.
Yep.
All right, talking about kickers, right?
Yeah.
So you can go like this kicker to have this many field goals. I'm interested in like longest field goal. Which kicker has the longest field goal? Like I'm going to bet some of those. It's just fun because both teams have really good kickers. But because they have good kickers, my first bet I'm going to make right away is field goals over 3.5 plus
Ooh.
115.
Where is that?
So if you go to
Special teams?
kicking prop special teams, there's a whole list you can pick from. So
Yeah.
over 2.5, it was still like minus 200. So like this is the first one I bet over 3.5 where it gave you plus odds. You could go up to like 5.5 if you want. But I like 3.5 because it feels like a really manageable number and you're still getting plus money. So I love
Nice.
kicking props because I like the under. So because of that, I think there's going to be a lot of field goals. So I'm going to look into some other props for that too, but I'm definitely playing over 3.5.
I like that.
I really like Cincinnati Bengals total field goals over 1.5. It's
What's the
minus
odds?
105.
Oh yeah, that's basically even money.
That's a lock. So that's one of my locks. I feel
Over
like
1.5.
yeah.
I like that even better than the one I picked because I think if it's over 3.5, I think the Bengals are kicking more of those field goals than the Rams are.
Exactly.
So the Bengals,
yeah.
I think, definitely kick 2.
Yeah.
Well, I think because of Sean McVay, I think most cases the Rams are probably going to go for it if they're in close enough range. You know, if it's
And that's why I think yours is safer, Richie. Yeah, I agree.
So you're going to over 1.5 on the Bengals. I'll add
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's one of my
Mine are-
locks. Yeah.
Especially because you look at the matchup, like, and this is part of the reason I was leaning under. With the Bengals offensive line, I could see Burrow holding onto the ball too long, scrambling to make something happen, takes a sack on 3rd and long, and the Bengals kick a field goal. Like, I think there's a good chance in the red zone the Bengals have to settle for field goals a couple times. So
Okay, so this is kind
Mad
of
in
fun. Shortest and longest successful field goal distance. So
What's
the shortest, it's over under 27.5 yards.
under.
So that Okay.
I think there's a team kicks a field goal like inside the 10.
Okay. And then longest over under is 47.5. And I would go over on that one.
Over.
Because
Yeah.
both teams have kickers who can kick 50-yarders.
Yeah. Well, and they're playing in a dome, so sort of.
Mhm.
There's some really cool. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Team with the longest successful field goal. Rams plus 115, Bengals minus 135.
I would have went Bengals, but I don't like it
Yeah.
at those odds.
Ooh, first team to punt. Interesting.
I do like. This is the more of a punt thing, but the opening kickoff to be touchback minus 120 because
It's only minus 120.
Yeah. So I have a stat for you guys.
I'm betting
26
that.
out of 28 Super Bowls, it's been no. So I'm picking no.
Opening to be not a touch. So you're saying it's not going to be a touchback?
Correct. It's going to be like a run. Like they're going to catch it and run. Yeah.
It's been returned 20 out of 26 times.
26 out of 28 times.
26. What?
Yeah.
That's shocking. I thought for sure
Super
it'd be a
Bowls, yeah.
touchback way more often than that. Okay, then maybe I won't bet that.
Just a quick update. The Hall of Fame list dropped and Devin Hester did not make the Hall of Fame this year.
Oh,
Ooh.
that sucks.
Your Hall of Famers are all of these great names that you'll for sure recognize. Tony Boselli, Cliff Branch, Leroy Butler, Art McNally, Sam Mills, Richard Seymour, Dick Vermeil, and Bryant Young.
Oh, Dick Vermeil, yeah.
Yeah, I know Dick Vermeil. Definitely.
Oh, I know Dick Vermeil.
So this is kind of fun since we're talking about special teams. Okay, where was it? Total successful field goal distance over under 120 and a half yards.
Okay, 120. Oh, that's a tough number.
That's so tough. I'd go under maybe because
I might too.
They're both minus 115.
Even if you have two 50-yarders, you still need another field goal.
Yeah. But then again, 250-yarders, you're already basically there because the next field goal is probably going to be more than 20 yards.
Well, if you have 4 field goals and they're 30 yards each, that's 120. I already think there's going to be over 4 field goals, and there's definitely going to be some longer than 30 yards. I guess if I actually think about it, I'd go over.
It's interesting.
But yeah.
I'm going to play it for funsies.
Well, just think how fun it'd be then if, you get a 60-yard field goal or something like that. It'd be great.
Or
wild. I get to the end of the game and I'm like, all right, guys, all I need is a 90-yard field goal to hit this profit.
And out walks Sebastian Janikowski.
Then they have a bunch of punt stuff too.
Huh.
Total punts by Kevin Huber or Johnny Hecker are both over under 3.5. Total punts by both teams 6.5.
I guess I'd go over since I'm betting the under, but I don't know.
All right,
won't play
shortest punt yards over under 36.5.
Shortest? Wait, what's that mean?
Like the shortest distance of a punt.
I'd go. What are the odds for each?
Under is minus 155. Over is plus 130. For the shortest.
Then
punt.
I'd go over.
I would
over?
too. I'd play the over there.
You're basically just betting that neither team's going to shank a punt.
Yeah.
Or kick a touchback accidentally or something.
Right.
I don't know.
I do like this
interesting.
random one. Let's see, which one was it? Oh,
I'm playing that one for sure.
opening kickoff to be returned for a touchdown, plus 8,000. Let's forgo a little bit on that.
Going back to a Bears Super Bowl throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I'll play that. Okay. I like this one a lot. And I'm playing this plus money here. Okay. Team to have a punt downed inside the 5-yard line. Yes is plus 500.
For either team?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm betting that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that in the special teams props?
Yep.
Okay, I'm betting that. Good find. All right, how about this one? Last play. So this isn't special teams still, but last play of the first half to be a kneel plus 210. for yes.
I like it the last play of the game.
I like last play of the game. I don't like it at half.
I think with
Yeah.
half, I liked it just because the odds. So like, I feel like a lot of times a team gets the ball back after a score and they just kneel it out on the first play when they get it back. So for it to be plus 210, I'm just gonna put a sprinkle on that. Because last play of the game, I think, is like minus 200 if you want to bet that or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just play in the odds.
I want to talk about touchdown scores because that's always fun. At least to me, it is.
Okay.
So
Cooper
your
Kupp.
obvious ones, if you want to like almost guaranteed make money, is to put down money on Cooper Kupp and Jamar
Joe
Chase
Mixon.
probably, or Joe Mixon.
I like Mixon better.
I like
just
Mixon better
because
actually.
I don't know
Cooper
what
Kupp
Ramsey is going to
might
do.
be like
Yeah.
a little hard because
Oh,
But Cooper, yeah, I would agree with that. So Cooper Kupp, Joe Mixon. Cooper Kupp is minus 160. Joe Mixon is plus 100. But here's my sneaky pick for the Rams, and that it's been my sneaky pick all year for the Rams is Van Jefferson.
I knew you were going to bring out. Yeah.
He
that's a good one.
always seems to like come up and
Plus 300, right?
Yeah, plus 300 for Van Jefferson. So I would sprinkle a little on that.
I'm sprinkling a little bit on Joe Burrow rushing touchdown.
I like that too.
This is gonna sound weird, but I might do the Rams defense because I could see
I can see
Burrow
that
maybe
too.
throwing a pick, maybe at pick 6.
Well, Stafford
Fine.
has stretch where he threw pick 6 and is in like 3 games in a row. So,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
could do
sprinkle on
Bengals-
both defenses then.
Yeah, why not?
well, it's also defense or special teams. So it gives
Yeah.
you a little bit more of a chance too.
So all I need is if I can get that opening kickoff, then I'll make
Yeah, right.
double the
That
money.
would be a really nice hit after
Yeah.
you just hit a $20 coin flip too.
That's right. Man, we're gonna make so much money this Super Bowl.
I was so pumped.
Said every gambler ever. All right. Speaking of touchdowns, I want to get more into player props, but real quick, throwing this out there: successful 2-point conversion. Yes, is plus 375.
Love
Where is
that.
that at?
So it's not under the touchdown ones. I think it's just under game props, maybe. I just wrote these down on a notebook, but
Okay.
because like you mentioned earlier with McVay, and then I think there's going to be a lot of field goals kicked in this game, which if you have field goals being kicked, it makes the score uneven, which means at some point later, somebody's going to try to like make up to tie a game. Like, oh,
Yep.
I'm at 9 points. You're at 10. My next touchdown, I'm going to go for 2, So
Yep.
if I think any game that you have McVay coaching and that you have a lot of field goals being kicked, it feels like a pretty easy bet. Plus 375 is just too good of odds. So
Yeah, I like that one. I wish there were better odds for will there be a successful 4th down conversion, because
what are the odds at? It's like
minus 400 for yes.
Yeah. I mean, that feels automatic though. So if you want to put a double unit bet on that and win a little bit of free money.
I
Here
love
you
this
go.
one. Oh, go ahead.
If you're super confident in the Bengals, all right, team to win every quarter, Bengals plus 5,000.
Wow.
The Rams are
That's
plus
not a bad-
1,500.
That's not a bad sprinkle.
This is an interesting one. Any lineman to score a touchdown plus 3,000.
On offense or defense?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Any lineman?
Yeah. Because then, like, Burrow throw to a lineman, like,
Yeah,
last
because on
game.
offense, some teams will do that.
yeah.
Plus,
And that's something McVay
you
would
could have a
do too.
defensive fumble recovery or something.
I really like that one actually. It's plus 3,000. So yeah.
Yeah,
And
why
where
not?
is that at?
That
Defense
is where am I at? I literally opened every single like tab on
I
here.
know.
I think we're in touchdown still.
Okay.
I'm still on touchdown.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm putting every cent I have left on this account into this game.
Please gamble responsibly.
Guys, I need this game in order to keep my house. No, I'm just kidding.
This coin flip will decide the life of my family.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I'm going to create a new PointsBet account, and I'm going to use the $2,000 free bet and put all of that on the coin flip.
I actually have fake passports in the mail that hopefully will get here before the game because I will be in Mexico next week if I don't win the coin flip. Any other
Crazy.
touchdown? I think I like touchdown props. I always try to pick 1-2+ touchdown prop.
What
And I think
the
it's going to be a mix in this week.
I just found an even stupider easy bet. Okay, this to me is a gimme. Okay, will either team attempt a 2-point conversion? Yes is plus 115.
Oh yeah,
Yes
that's
is
yeah,
plus money.
Yeah,
100%.
Because mine was a successful 2-point conversion. So
Yeah.
I bet that.
Attempts.
I bet-
That's easy. Yeah, definitely.
I'm betting that for sure.
Yeah.
That's stupid easy.
Which one's that under? Touchdown props or
Game props, I
props?
think.
okay? I bet.
Another one I thought was cool. Will the longest score of the game be a touchdown or a field goal? We talked
I
about
like
this
that
earlier.
Ooh, that's interesting. I'm gonna go.
I'm going touchdown. I'm thinking Cooper Kupp takes one to the house.
Yeah.
And that's like
What are the
60
odds
yards.
on it?
Plus 110
one-
for
yeah.
touchdown.
If that's plus money, it's hard to not do that.
It's
And
fun,
honestly, I
too.
could see Mixon breaking off a 60-yard run or something.
I mean, it doesn't matter who does it. You just. I mean,
I know. I'm just thinking like the options.
if
Cooper
you got a
Kupp's the
kickoff
obvious-
or a punt return too, that'd probably do it too.
yeah, I'd go touchdown.
How confident do you think these quarterbacks are? Because if your quarterback has a perfect passer rating, plus 10,000.
Okay,
I would not bet that.
I
would
wouldn't
have it
either,
either.
but that's a spicy odds.
It's so spicy. Like, what if Burrow hits the perfect game? Like, that'd be so wild.
sick.
What if
Alright.
Burrow has what if Burrow has a perfect game, Bengals win, and then next year he goes to another Super Bowl and people start discussing if he's better than Patrick Mahomes or not?
I mean, people are
Rather
already
Brady.
discussing.
I know.
if
It'd
he
just be
if
interesting.
he wins the Super Bowl this year and goes next year, I would be willing to say he is, depending on
Yeah.
the year
Because that's what
had.
Mahomes did. He went
Right.
his second year, or he won his second year and went to his third year.
Well, this is still Joe Burrow's first year because he got injured last year. So he's
Basic,
still a rookie technically.
I don't think technically he's a rookie.
Oh, okay. Well.
Because otherwise he'd be up for
Yeah,
rookie of the year.
it's not like you can actually like redshirt or whatever.
Oh, okay. Dang.
But yeah,
Okay.
like statistically wise, though, it'd have to be taken into account. So
All right, I think we brought this
interesting.
one up before the show started, and that was a non-quarterback to throw a touchdown. Yes is plus 1,400.
why not? OBJ is probably going to be throwing
Also,
a trick play.
on top of that, a quarterback to have a reception plus 5,000. I don't know if that would happen actually, but
That
feel
one
like
I don't
McVay
like
might
as
do
much
that.
because Stafford, I don't see him catching a pass, and Burrow, I don't know if they're going to risk him being injured.
You know,
trying to do it.
they created that bet just because of the Philly special.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
What will happen first, a sack or a touchdown?
Ooh.
Minus
Ooh.
105.
It depends
for
who has the
sack,
ball,
minus
though. That's a
125
problem.
for touchdown.
I'd probably go sack.
I would too.
Yeah, sack. Well, what's the odds on a sack?
Minus
That's better
105.
odds. Yeah.
Interesting.
Unless you're also betting first kick of the game to be returned for a touchdown.
True.
Yeah. All right. The last bet I have, which I'm going to bet some of the ones you guys have been mentioning too. I have money line 3-way. I
Ooh.
pit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you bet tie, which basically means the game goes to overtime, is plus 1,500. So I know it's not super likely the game goes to overtime, but I think it's more likely than plus 1,500. So I'll put $1 on that or something. So
I like
my
player
way.
to have their first sack of the game. Aaron Donald plus 200.
that feels pretty easy. What's Von Miller?
Plus 250.
Oh, it's
I
not
don't
even
know
that much
about
better.
that. Because you
Well,
think
for the Rams, that's not like not for the first sack of like the game, but
Jalen Ramsey.
for the
I know,
Rams.
but I'm saying with the Rams though, extra attention is going to be spent on him.
He'll be
so-
double teamed the whole game.
Yeah, like I would actually put money on Leonard Floyd. Maybe would be.
plus 500.
It's not a bad bet.
Where are the sacks? Show me your sacks.
Defensive props.
Okay.
This is where I made most of my money last year. Super Bowl is betting Shaq Barrett sacks. It was Shaq Barrett and Sue. I bet like all their overs, all their sack numbers.
Will any punter or kicker attempt to pass? Yes is plus 2,000.
That'd
Huh.
be fun.
Wonder if that's more. So it's obviously. I would just bet. Wait, what was the other one? Will any player other than a quarterback? Right.
Yeah.
So I would just bet that. It's not that much worse odds.
Yeah.
Will there be a safety plus 700?
I feel like that should be higher. I'd rather bet defensive touchdown than safety.
Yeah.
Player to have first sack, if you bet Leonard Floyd, is plus 1,200.
Ooh, I like that.
That's really.
I'm a big fan of finding like non-obvious bets in this, because again, like I'd rather, like, if I bet that and a bunch of other bets that are plus 1,000 and I only have to hit 1 out of every 10 bets to break even, I'll take my chances.
Definitely.
Total sacks over under 4.5. The over is minus 197. I wish that was a little bit better because I would take the over.
I would do 5.5.
I would go over. I would go over 5.5. I'd go over 6 even.
Can you adjust it? Like pick, is it a scale? You can.
I don't know.
No
pick all different options.
Either team to successfully recover an onside kick attempt plus 2,500. I don't think that's going to happen though.
That's interesting though, because depending on how close the game is, you're probably going to end up with that.
Yeah, but they have to successfully recover it though.
I know. But
I feel like that's happened a little more often recently.
Yeah, true.
But I wouldn't bet it still, but it is interesting. It's one of those bets though that if it happens and I didn't bet it, I'd be pissed at myself. It's like, we just talked about this. All right, any other props you guys are betting? I don't have anything written down. I'm going to look through it again when we get closer to game time, but
I have like one last one. This is my prop and lock in long shot bet. The correct score: Bengals 34, Rams 31, plus 7,000.
I added that. Yeah,
I like that. I'll ride that.
Like just sprinkle a little bit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if it works, like
$700
my whole plan works basically. Like the story. Like, yeah.
Be amazing. Because that's here's my other tip. Last tip I have is pick the way you think the game is going to go and build all your bets around that. And I did this last year where I was like, the reason I did so well is because I thought that the Bucks were going to beat the Chiefs, and I thought they were going to sack Mahomes a lot. So and if you're wrong, you're going to miss like a lot of your bets, obviously. But I try it. Like I feel like a lot of times people play bets and their bets like contradict themselves. Like,
that's what mine is.
I think it's going to be under on the touchdowns, but I'm going to bet the game over, stuff like that. Like I think what's going to happen, I think so. Like, as we close this out, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a tight, low scoring game for a lot of the first few quarters. And I think the Bengals probably win the game outright, but I think they definitely cover. So because of that, I'm going to be betting things like field goal props. I'm going to be betting field goal over, probably some like interception, red zone turnover. Like, I'm going to look for things that I think make sense based on how the game I think is going to go.
All right, found another fun one real quick. A couple real quick.
Yes.
Will an LSU alum win MVP? Yes is plus 175.
Burrow and Chase,
but there's got to be more than just that for them to make. I would think those are the obvious ones, right?
Is there any on the Rams?
Anybody else who could?
There's got to be, right?
Where did Cooper Kupp go? It wasn't LSU, but
not LSU. I don't think.
LSU alums in Super Bowl. Patrick. Wait. All right.
Have you seen LSU the bets? These are really interesting too.
There's 5 players.
Yeah, let's see.
It's just kind of fun that they had it phrased that way and everything.
Yeah.
All right. LSU's players. Well, now it's just saying how many they have. Can you tell me the players? All right. All right. The 5. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Tyler Shelvin, Andrew Whitworth. Oh, and OBJ.
Oh, duh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's actually
like, wanted to give money. I remember now.
So there is actually a third person who could win it.
That's actually pretty interesting.
Tyler Shelvin's not winning the MVP, but that's what I wasn't sure is if there's a third person. So I
And
didn't even remember that he went there.
and Whitworth is an offensive lineman, so he won't.
That would be
anything either.
if he's the wide receiver, if he's the one who catches the pass
I suppose.
that
Yeah.
we bet on, and he
Oh,
has
shit.
2+ touchdowns.
Sorry. Cooper Cup to have a 50-yard plus touchdown reception plus 400.
That's not a bad bet,
That's on
especially
Name
if
a
you're
Bet.
also betting the longest play to be a touchdown instead of a field goal.
Yeah.
They go together. So
And then I also wanted to touch on this one. Most scrimmage yards. Cooper Cup plus 200, Joe Mixon plus 300, Cam Akers plus 450, Jamar Chase plus 450.
I don't hate.
Mixon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't hate Mixon on that because everybody Cooper
I don't
Cup.
hate Cup on that plus 200.
No, I don't either. But I feel like going back to what you said at the beginning of all this, like
He's gonna be
I feel like
locked. Yeah.
because people talk about something happening so much, I almost think it is less likely to happen. I know it doesn't make sense. It's just like a superstitious thing. I still think there's a good chance he scores a touchdown, but because everybody's like same thing, everybody's saying how Jalen Ramsey's going to lock down Jamar Chase because everyone's talking about that. I mean, Jamar Chase might have 150 receiving yards. I don't know. I think I tend to look at like the least obvious answer normally. So
I can't believe this is not better odds. Okay. MVP from the losing team. If you is plus 5,000.
Wait, you can be MVP.
I wonder when the
Burrow
last
can be
time that
MVP if you know if he
happened was.
loses.
Technically, in all of like pro sports, technically the MVP can be selected from the losing team.
I wonder when that happened last though, because like the only
I
example
don't remember
I
when.
can think of,
Yeah.
the Patriots when they lost to the Eagles, Brady threw for like 500 yards and he still didn't win it. So I mean, what would you have
Right.
to do to?
Well, and like if you remember, I think it was the third Golden State Warriors championship. LeBron, like all the Cavaliers were injured, and like
Mhm.
LeBron pushed it to a game 7, like by himself.
Yeah, he was
Like,
putting up like 40 points a game.
at least, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. But yeah,
I definitely think you're wasting your money on that one because it's not going to happen. But I do think it's happened before in NFL history.
I'm sure it's happened before. Especially
It's
in
just not
today's
likely.
era of like glorifying quarterbacks and everything, which again goes back to my bet. Like it's gonna be the quarterback of the winning team. I don't see any way that it's not, unless Mixon rushes for 3 touchdowns and Burrow
Chuck
throws 2
Howley.
picks or something. Yeah, exactly.
Chuck Howley is the only
he a
Super Bowl
fullback?
MVP from a losing team on the Cowboys side in a mutually ugly 16-13 loss to the Baltimore Colts.
16-13. What did he rush for? Both touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. Yeah,
Yep. 1971, he was a linebacker.
a linebacker on a losing team.
Let's
Won
see.
MVP in the Super Bowl.
Taking the L's.
Jerry West won it in 1969
Nice.
for the Lakers. And
Oh, this is across all sports.
this list is that I'm looking at. And Bobby Richardson, a second baseman for the Yankees, won it in 1960.
So you looked across all sports, and there's only 3, and
Well,
the odds are only plus 5,000.
hockey has 5,
Oh, okay.
and 3 of the 5 are goaltenders.
Which that makes sense if you're facing a ton of shots and have a good save.
Have you heard of
percentage.
Roger Crozier?
No,
Why? I mean, he's
Nope.
a Detroit Red Wings player. You don't know him?
no.
Oh,
And
okay.
I feel no shame in that.
He played in
Play in
19,
the 1700s.
He played in 1966. Shane.
So basically, the glory days.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I think. Let me double check here. Okay, I need help, guys. I need help. So,
Okay.
I currently on my
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
on my bet slip here, I have 29 pending bets. Give me something to make it around 30.
Did you already bet Bengals plus 4 and under?
Yes.
Bengals money line. Round it out the right way.
All right. Will do.
Or Cooper Cup to have 50+ yard touchdown reception plus
Yeah.
400.
Actually, I want to play it. Where was that one?
Name a bet.
Is he the only one on Name a Bet for that?
No, there's a lot of like random stuff here.
I might
Ooh, Joe
bet.
Mixon and Cam Akers to combine for 150 plus rushing yards.
There's a lot of good ones in here.
Hmm.
Like any player to reach 1,000
This is-
rushing yards.
Tyler
Thousand.
Boyd or Van Jefferson to score a touchdown plus 115. That's my
That's the one.
wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 bet. Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, where are you? Was it? Oh, I see it now.
It's
Cooper
like,
Kupp,
okay,
where are
yeah.
you? That's what
by
the
Odell
secondary
Beckham.
of the Bucks said.
All right, there are 30 Super Bowl bets for you.
All $1 each.
I am ready to go. No, most of them are 50 cents because I'm a responsible better. But I did bring my account from 16 something dollars down to 67 cents.
Nice.
During this episode.
So if you lose every bet, you could still place one more 50-cent bet.
On the Gatorade.
I doubt I'll lose every bet simply because I have money on both Stafford and Burrow to win MVP. Like one of those has to hit.
And then it's Odell Beckham.
Right. Watch. Yeah. If it's not going to be a quarterback, let it be Joe Mixon, please.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then at least you hit a few others. So.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Best
Me too.
game of the year. That concludes the show. Good stuff, guys.
That's right.
Awesome.
Please gamble responsibly.
And go and hashtag Who Day.